Hello. Please have a seat. Rarely you see in a family there are two Arjuna awardees. Rarely you see in a family there are two Arjuna awardees, and we have one family like that. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dola Banerjee and Rahul Banerjee. What a fabulous family to be a part of, right? The brother and sister duo, winning medals, representing India at the national level. And as Boryada said, and I've always said, it's a steep challenge. One more chair for Gitanjali. Yes. We'll need one more chair, please. Yeah. Hello, hi. Please have a seat. And as I've always mentioned at the Tata Steel Trailblazers Conclave 4.0, I think it's a steep challenge to speak after Boryada because he introduces the panel so passionately, so out of his heart, and he knows the sports that he's invested in. He knows multi-sports inside out, and always a challenge to speak after him. But when you really think of sports and entertainment, I think this is a very crucial panel and a very integral part of the conclave, of the stature of the conclave that we are trying to achieve at the Tata Steel Trailblazers Conclave 4.0, because the entertainment quotient is now integrated within every sports field that you see. And if you think of sports and entertainment, I remember one of the biggest icons that India has ever had, Shah Rukh Khan. Who can forget the 70-minute speech from Chak De India, right? And where he says that 70 minute hai tumhare paas. Is 70 minute mein, chahe tum अच्छा खेलो या बुरा, ये 70 मिनट अगर इस टीम का हर एक प्लेयर अपनी जिंदगी की सबसे बढ़िया हॉकी खेल गया, तो ये 70 मिनट तुमसे खुदा भी वापस नहीं मांग सकता. And that became iconic with us. Chak De India has become iconic with us. And why I take the example of Shah Rukh Khan, because he's also the co-owner of the Knight Riders family. And I say the Knight Riders family because it's not only Kolkata Knight Riders. The Knight Riders family is well invested in leagues across the world. And the IPL bandwagon will get rolling in a few days from now. So we'll all be looking forward to that. I think when it comes to sports and entertainment in India, a homegrown brand by the BCCI and nurtured by the entertainment quotient. And not only, Shah Rukh Khan, not only Juhi Chawla, not only Preeti Zinta, we have seen celebrities invest across various sports leagues. We have seen celebrities invest in sports teams. And we have a couple of members on the panel like that, Astha Chaudhary and Gitanjali Mishra, who have invested in something. I think, let me start with you both. Astha, let me start with you. You have invested in the Pro Badminton League,
yes,
right? Where Harbhajan Singh is the Honorable Commissioner of that league, and the auction is slated to happen on 26th of March. Now, this is my question to you. The kind of star presence that you have, the kind of eyeballs you can grab with your presence, you could have chosen any other sport. You could have chosen cricket. You could have chosen football.
Yeah.
You could have been the brand ambassador of any team. Any team would have liked to have you on board. But instead, you chose the Pro Badminton League and you're invested in a team. Why is that? So what made you think that you will invest in the Pro Badminton League and channel your entertainment quotient in that way?
Okay, so I work in Indian TV and we have mass audience, right? Unfortunately, we don't have any badminton league in India. And unfortunately, we don't know the player's name. And it is very sad. Like you said, I could have invested in cricket, football, or any other league. But
can you just take the mic a bit closer?
Yeah. But हमने badminton इसलिए choose किया because we are just trying to provide a platform to such players जो actually बहुत talented है and उनके पास name, fame, money अभी नहीं है. So we are just trying to provide a platform to those people. That's our goal, that's our vision, and that's the only reason हम लोगों ने badminton का एक league बनाया है और हम चाहते हैं कि वो घर घर तक पहुँचे. Because हम सब ने अपनी लाइफ में कभी ना कभी बैडमिंटन सब ने खेला है. आर जनरेशन, आर प्रीवियस जनरेशन, उनके भी पहले वाली जनरेशन. और इसके कोई ऐसे बहुत हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल्स नहीं होते हैं. हम सबको यहाँ पे जितने भी लोग इस हॉल में इस टाइम है, सबको बैडमिंटन खेलना आता है. बट हमारे इंडिया में कुछ ऐसी लीग है ही नहीं अभी तक. एंड दैट्स व्हाट वी आर ट्राइंग टू डू. हम एक चेंज लाना चाह रहे हैं इंडिया में कि हाँ एक बड़े लेवल का एक हम लीग ला पाए. दैट्स आवर गोल.
And you spoke so well, and this is exactly what the Tata Steel Trailblazers Conclave 4.0 also aspires to be. It also aspires to bring in change, and not only cricket and football, as Boryada mentions constantly. It has to be multi-sports,
Yeah.
and the preference has to be India. So I think the word India is very, very important here. It's very crucial here. And as you said, we have played a lot of us here have played badminton. But when it comes to taking up the sport seriously, so do you think now, with our sports being marketed heavily, with the exception of few sports that we'll discuss in this panel, do you think badminton was not marketed enough? Yes, there have been absolutely legends of the
Yes,
game
we have.
India has produced, but do you think this can be a cornerstone for badminton sports in India?
आई फील जितना भी हमारे कंट्री में जो पैसा है वो मैक्सिमम जाता है क्रिकेट में. सेकेंड पॉपुलर स्पोर्ट इज़ फुटबॉल, हॉकी, नाउ कबड्डी इज़ ऑल्सो देयर. बट बैडमिंटन को लाइक यू सेड मार्केटिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बहुत ज़्यादा अभी तक नहीं ध्यान दिया गया है. सो यस, वी शुड थिंक अबाउट इट एंड वी शुड इन्वेस्ट इन बैडमिंटन नाउ. आई थिंक इट्स टाइम and we are just trying to do the same thing.
Correct. And as you speak of multi-sports, I could not have better panelists than Doladi and Rahul Da. So Doladi, let me go to you now on this note. Let me just rephrase the word badminton with archery. There have been multiple representations of India at the archery level. And when I speak of multiple representations, I mean Olympics and Paralympics both. We have a Sheetal Devi, right? So we have to speak about Paralympics. And they are not, Paralympics, ladies and gentlemen, is not a footnote anymore. It's a legacy in building. It's a story that is writing itself with every passing day, with every passing tournament, with every passing year. So I've represented India at so many international platforms. Now when you see archery, Doladi, do you think archery could have been marketed better? And now in entertainment being such an integral part of sports, do you think that there needs to be some entertainment quotient? Yes, of course, archery is a sport that is to be played seriously. India is to be represented seriously. But what do you think we need to do to market archery better so that it is not just Tata Steel Trailblazers Conclave 4.0, multiple conclaves take up archery and multi-sport very seriously?
गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन. आर्चरी लीग जो अभी लास्ट ईयर हम लोग का ऑलरेडी स्टार्ट हो गया, जहाँ पर 6 टीम्स हैज़ देयर. तो वहाँ पर जो हम लोग मतलब स्टार्टिंग डेज में पहले से लास्ट मतलब 6 डेज ऑलरेडी वहाँ पर हुआ था, तो पूरा कंटिन्यू मैं देखा. फर्स्ट डे में थोड़ा सा मतलब जो व्यूअर्स जो था तो उतना अच्छा से मतलब हम लोग का शायद जो हम लोग प्रेजेंट करना चाह रहे थे तो वो चीज़ उतना अच्छा से फर्स्ट डे नहीं हुआ. बट नेक्स्ट डे से मतलब पूरा क्राउड जितना भी, क्योंकि मेनली हम लोग का यमुना स्पोर्ट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स में तो जो थोड़ा सा स्टेडियम के अंदर है तो नॉर्मली बाहर से जो जा रहा है उसको नहीं दिखाई देगा. बट जो अंदर में उसके बाद सबका बातों में जब यूट्यूब में लाइव हो रहा है, देन हम लोग को वर्ल्ड आर्चरी में भी लाइव होने लगा, तो उसके बाद धीरे धीरे वो सपोर्टर आने लगा, मतलब काफ़ी ज़्यादा व्यूअर्स आने लगा, वहाँ पर छोटा छोटा बच्चा आने लगा. बट ये चीज़ में हमें और अवेयरनेस होना चाहिए, क्योंकि जब हम लोग कुछ भी लीग फुटबॉल क्रिकेट तो किसी को भी एक बार सुनने से वो चला ही जाएगा. बट जो अनकॉमन गेम है, जो ओलंपिक स्पोर्ट्स बाकी जो है, उनको अगर पॉपुलर करना है हमें और ज़्यादा सबके मतलब सबके इंटरेस्ट होना चाहिए. मेनली पेरेंट्स का इंटरेस्ट ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, उसको अपना बच्चा को लेके जाना पड़ेगा. अदरवाइज उनके अंदर भी कोई स्पोर्ट्स का इंटरेस्ट नहीं आएगा. आज का दिन में जो प्लेयर है वो नेक्स्ट 10 ईयर्स में परफॉर्म करेगा, बट उनके अंदर वो इंटरेस्ट हमें गेन करना पड़ेगा कि हम उनको लेके जाएंगे, देन वो क्राउड और बेटर होगा. और जो अभी जो इस बार जो हमारा हुआ था, जहाँ पर फॉरेन प्लेयर एंड इंडियन प्लेयर का मिक्स करके टीम बनाया गया था, 6 टीम्स था वहाँ पर, तो उन लोगों का जो फॉरेन प्लेयर आया था वो काफ़ी एक्साइटेड था, मतलब कैसे हो रहा है. फर्स्ट टाइम इंडिया स्टार्ट किया, तो उसमें लीग में जो कैसे होगा, फॉर्मेट भी काफ़ी चेंजेस था, क्योंकि लीग के लिए हम लोग अलग से एक फॉर्मेट बनाया गया था. तो फॉर्मेट भी काफ़ी अलग था, जहाँ पर 4 बॉयज़ 4 गर्ल्स था, तो एक शॉट में शूटिंग हो रहा था. काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग था, क्योंकि मैं पेरिस ओलंपिक में जब गया था, जब उसका पहले भी लंदन में भी गया था, आर्चरी सुनने से लगता है जो इसमें शायद उतना क्राउड नहीं होगा, कोई टिकट लेके नहीं देखने जाएगा. बट मतलब ओगनी मतलब सुन के तुम क्या अजीब लगेगा, मतलब सबसे ज़्यादा क्राउड आर्चरी में हुआ था. मतलब वहाँ पर अभी पेरिस ओलंपिक में जो गैलरी बना था अराउंड 15,000 फुल गैलरी था. वो भी फर्स्ट हाफ का टिकट अलग था एंड सेकेंड हाफ का टिकट अलग था. तो उसमें पूरा फुल क्राउड एंड उसमें सपोर्टर्स इतना ज़्यादा, मतलब किसी का भी कंट्री का हो बट सभी सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं सभी का। तो ये चीज़ है जो अगर हम लोग प्रोमोट करना चाहेंगे तो ज़रूर प्रोमोट होगा। तो उसमें थोड़ा सा जो भी इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हैं तो ऑलवेज वेलकम कि आप लोग आइए, प्लीज़ दूसरा स्पोर्ट्स को भी थोड़ा इन्वेस्ट कीजिए। अदरवाइज जो गेम अभी धीरे धीरे आगे जा रहा है उसका वो डेवलपमेंट उतना ज़्यादा नहीं होगा, उसका उतना अगर फ्यूचर नहीं होगा तो पेरेंट्स भी उसको लेके नहीं आएगा। मतलब पॉइंट वहाँ हो जाता है, अगर गेम का कोई फ्यूचर ना रहा। जब हम लोग स्टार्ट किए थे हमारे सीनियर के पास बोला जाता था तो कोई जॉब नहीं है, क्या फ़ायदा। एक टाइम के बाद जब परफॉर्मेंस चला जाता है तो आपके पास कुछ तो सिक्योरिटी होना चाहिए, क्योंकि आप एजुकेशन को साइड में रख के आप स्पोर्ट्स में इतना ज़्यादा टाइम दे रहे हो। तो तब जॉब नहीं था, बट अभी जॉब काफ़ी है। बट फिर अभी चाहते हैं तो थोड़ा सा अपना तो बैंक बैलेंस हो जाए भाई, प्लेयर का कुछ जब कर रहा, अल्टीमेटली इन फ्यूचर उनको वही है। तो जब क्रिकेट में आपको इतना करोड़ों रुपया मिल रहा है तो अदर स्पोर्ट्स में क्यों नहीं। तो अगर ये चीज़ हम लोग सभी थोड़ा सोचने लगेंगे तो आई थिंक ओलंपिक में हमारा परफॉर्मेंस और बेटर हो जाएगा।
Correct. I'll ask you. I'll definitely ask you about the Asian Games.
What she said,
Yeah.
even the media did not get seats at the archery arena in Paris, it was packed.
Absolutely. So there you have it. Even the media did not get seats at the Paris Olympics. The stadium was absolutely packed. And you know, this only goes to show a brighter future in India. I'll ask you about the Asian Games. We'll make headlines out of it. Your medal predictions. At that, we'll ask you about that. But Ashok sir, let me go to you on this. You have been a media professional for so long, and may I use the word giant? We use the word giant very acutely nowadays, but I think it fits perfectly with you. Bodhiyada was telling me a Telugu channel story about how you built it right from scratch, from day one, and now entertainment being such an integral part of sports. When it comes to badminton, when it comes to archery, and now the biggest entertainment factor, IPL, the bandwagon will get rolling in a few days from now. So how do you view these two sectors together, sports and entertainment? Is entertainment absolutely essential for the marketing of sports to happen now?
So, see, back in 2018, I was with Star Sports and I was asked to create a Telugu channel for sports. IPL was around the corner and the task was to create a full-fledged sports channel. Now, the IPL was going to start in about 45 days and we were looking for commentators in Telugu. You know, obviously you look at cricketers, right, to kind of do the commentary. There was nobody from Andhra Pradesh or Telangana who could speak Telugu. We went to Azharuddin, he said, sorry, I can do Urdu or Hindi, but I will not be able to speak Telugu. Shivlal Yadav was too old. MSK had still not retired, so there was nobody. So what do you do in that situation? So we went and hired a few RJs who were passionate about cricket. And we brought them to the studio and gave them a little bit of training and said, now let's do it. And on the first day that the channel went live, on the first day of the match, we were all in the control room. The head of the business was standing there watching very carefully what was going on. And we were very clear that Star Sports was a very serious channel. We must keep cricket within the boundary, entertainment outside. The match started. The batsman hit the ball out for a six, and the commentator was full of excitement. He said, the batsman has hit the ball is going up and up and up, and the ball has reached an aeroplane, the ball has kissed the cheek of the air hostess on the aeroplane. You can imagine, in that control room, all of us were shocked, completely against the brief. What is this man saying? And how do you even defend it? So I was sitting there with my head in my hands. The head of the business turned on his heels and walked out of the room, and I didn't know what to say. There was deathly silence. But 1 week later, when the results came out, the Telugu channel was number one. Wow. What happened there? The point is, very simply, you're talking to an audience who's watching movies like RRR. They want entertainment. They want larger-than-life stories to be told. And so, unwittingly, that commentator had actually gone and given them exactly what they wanted. And I think that was a classic case study of where, you break the rules and say, I will lead in through entertainment, and it tends to work. But I'll give you one story on your second point, how critical. You're asking me, is it essential? I think the jury is out on whether it's essential. But again, I'll go back to, the pandemic, 2020, we were broadcasting the IPL at that point of time. And as a broadcaster, we were struggling to say, how will we bring a cricket match alive when there are no audiences inside the stadium? So the issue is that people don't come to watch the cricket match. People come to watch the cricket match, obviously, but they want to see fan reactions. They want to see music. They want to see the graphics. They want to see the entertainment. Without that, that product is incomplete. And therefore, we actually, I mean, a lot of people actually did this, which is to have cutouts of human beings in the stands. I don't know if you remember this.
Yes, I do. Yes, all of us do.
Why did we do that? Because it felt incomplete without it. So entertainment has a big role to play with regard to sport. As to whether it's critical, I don't know.
Let me ask you a very controversial question on that one, on exactly the point where you finished. The India-Pakistan cricket game is largely a one-sided contest right now, right? So Surya Kumar Yadav comes in the press conference and he says, what rivalry? You call it a rivalry when there is actually a rivalry. There is no rivalry. But the narrative, the sports channel start 10 days, 12 days, or even before the start of the World Cup about the India-Pakistan game actually tells you how important the entertainment factor is. So do you think India-Pakistan is largely now overhyped by the narratives, the entertainment quotient, by the media channels, by us in fact, and by us I mean let's include every one of us.
See, 2 points there. One is sport is actually unscripted entertainment. It's like any unscripted entertainment that you see in prime time. You don't know the outcome. And so you stay glued in because you don't know what's going to happen at the end, right? Having said that, I believe that sport also works very similar to a movie. You have a hero, sometimes an underdog, sometimes a giant, to use your words. Sometimes you have a villain. The villain could be the pitch, it could be the atmosphere, it could be the dew. There is a redemption arc, and then there is a conclusion. The problem in the India-Pakistan rivalry, simply put, is that that redemption arc doesn't exist anymore. And therefore, it becomes a bit of a damn squib. So, having said that, it's a mind game. You know, the psychological thing of a rivalry is so huge that people still come and want to watch it. And therefore, as broadcasters, as the media people there, we are always trying to build up that narrative. Sometimes the actual action on ground doesn't match up to that. And the problem is that that disconnect will come out sometime or the other.
That's lovely. And that's why I say he's a media giant. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashok Nambootiry for you with fantastic insights. Gitanjali, let me come to you, owner of Net Ninjas Lucknow, if I have spelled it correctly, if I've named it correct, at the Pro Badminton League. And 26th March, the auction is going to come up. So whatever Ashok sir just said, right? So how are you people planning to deal with this narrative building, with this entertainment quotient, getting people hooked to badminton, getting people interested in badminton, you being a face, you being a team owner? How's the planning going, and what are the plans going forward? Can you divulge a bit of that, a bit of spoiler for our esteemed audience?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I can understand the very bunch of people sitting over here. As we represent entertainment, so let's take it as a little entertaining. This is what the founder, the CEO of Indian Pro Badminton League thought of bringing all the entertainer from the 14 इंच की टेलीविज़न से लेके 70 mm के पर्दे वाले लोगों को, ताकि ये और ज़्यादा लोगों तक पहुंच सके, एंटरटेनमेंट के माध्यम से पहुंच सके, हमारी बातचीत हमारी हरकतों के माध्यम से पहुंच सके. And I think that is the reason we are here to promote Indian Pro Badminton League. 26th, as you said, हमारा ऑक्शन है, और that is the reason we are here to promote that. जैसे अशोक जी कह रहे थे कि the रिस्क है तो इश्क है, एक बहुत अच्छा सा अच्छा सा 92 स्कैम या उसकी ये लाइन है कि जब रिस्क लोगे तभी इश्क होगा, और इश्क होगा तभी रिस्क लेने की क्षमता आएगी. तो मुझे लगता है कि यही चीज़ हमारे फाउंडर ने भी सोचा होगा कि इसको घर घर का गेम कैसे बनाया जाए. जब हम बैडमिंटन की बात करते हैं तो वो हम सभी ने खेला है कभी ना कभी. जैसे कि मेरी कॉलोनी में है अंकल हैं, ही इज़ more than 70, and I saw him playing with his 3.5-year-old grandson. तो मतलब ये 70 के दशक से, 70 साल पुराना है, उससे भी पहले से है, पुणे से इसकी बहुत बड़ी हिस्ट्री है, पर टाइम थोड़ा छोटा हो जाएगा अगर मैं उससे पूरे डिटेल में बात करूँगी. Let's come to the point. When we talk about the game, mostly male, मर्द. जब हम ग्राउंड की बात करते हैं तो मर्द आते हैं, और जब हम घर की बात करते हैं तो हम औरतें आती हैं. सो मुझे लगता है कि हम औरतों को इस गेम में लाया गया है ताकि मर्द और औरत दोनों साथ में आ सकें और खेल सकें, दिखा सकें, दुनिया को ये कह सकें कि इट्स नॉट वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट सिर्फ शब्दों तक, किताबों तक और पन्नों तक सीमित नहीं है, ये घर से ग्राउंड तक भी है. और अब महिलाएं बहुत कुछ कर रही हैं. हमारी वुमेन क्रिकेट टीम है, आर्चरी टीम है. ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट टू मैम, आई एम फैन ऑफ, विल टॉक लेटर. बहुत सारे लोग हैं, बहुत सारी महिलाएं बहुत कुछ कर रही हैं. We thought of coming in this particularly to support, to create some resources to the kids, to the people who want to be in the game, in the play, but they don't know how to start with.
Correct, yeah.
क्योंकि ये जो एक शटलकॉक गेम है, ये सबको पता है, खेलना चाहते, पर इसको प्रोफेशनली कैसे खेलना है, उन्हें उस ट्रेनिंग की ज़रूरत है, उन्हें उन रिसोर्सेज की ज़रूरत है, उन्हें उस पुश की ज़रूरत है. शायद इसीलिए हमें लाया गया है, और बाय द ग्रेस ऑफ गॉड हम अपने अपने फील्ड में ठीक ठाक कर रहे हैं. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि सोसाइटी को देने के लिए भी तो हमारे पास कुछ होना चाहिए, कुछ हम भी करें. सो ये छोटी सी कोशिश है हमारी. रेस्ट फाउंडर जिसका ये थॉट है, आई मस्ट सल्यूट टू हिम, बिकॉज ये सब कुछ उनका लगाया हुआ है, सब कुछ उनका क्रिएट किया हुआ है. हम सिर्फ पैकेजिंग है, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. और बहुत बार हम पैकेट्स को देखकर सामान खरीदते हैं, प्रोडक्ट बाद में टेस्ट होता है, सिर्फ पैकेट्स को देख के खरीदा जाता है. तो एज ऑफ नाउ आई फील, मी बीइंग एन एंटरटेनर, कमिंग फ्रॉम द एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री, टेलीविज़न जो कि टियर 2 टियर 3 स्टेट्स में जाना जाता है, मुझे लगता है टेलीविज़न देखने वाली हर महिला हमें पहचानती होगी. और इसीलिए इस घर घर के गेम को घर घर पहुंचने वाले लोगों के ज़रिए, उनके माध्यम से शुरू किया जा रहा है.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful by Gitanjali. Since you spoke of the gender bias so beautifully, I really wanted to address this. Ladies and gentlemen, we have two stellar women panel after this to round off the Tata Steel Trailblazers Conclave 4.0, and we'll have women moderators for those sessions as well. Not just women athletes, not just women champions, but women moderators too. Rahul, coming to you, what Gitanjali emphasized on, I think it's very important. She spoke about the future generation. The kids want to play. They don't know where to start. They don't know how to start. Basically, she means the grassroots problem. Right? So now, when you look at the future generation, yes, they will take up archery seriously. They will look at you. They will look at Doladi. They will look at Indian representation. They will look at Olympics and Paralympics. They will think of technicians from the kids who will take up archery in future, because you've represented India at so many levels. You've represented India in world championships. You've represented India in multi-tournaments for archery. What are your expectations and hopes from the future generation, the young generation who will represent India, and how much entertainment will be a factor?
So, archery, if you connect archery to the entertainment, so I think most of the biggest entertaining movie in India, they have archery. So archery already got some entertainment. So regarding the grassroots level development, so I have seen Indian archery, like I'm in the Indian team from 2005 till 2017. So when I was in the Indian team, we won first Asian Championship after 18 years after Limbaram. And then in 2007, when we started, we were world number 26, and our team became world number 1 for the first time in Indian history. And I have seen this patch to become world champion, like Didi, we became world champion, Deepika Kumari and all. And now currently I'm the national team coach and training a lot of grassroots level players. I have seen a lot of, like in our academy, have kids from 6-year age till 59-year-old. And the biggest problem we are facing is this, that archery need concentration, and kids can't concentrate for long.
That is a problem.
That's the biggest issue we are facing. But yes, now archery and many other Olympic sports from our time to now, they have a lot of exposure. तो ये Instagram also, like उनको Instagram में आने के लिए they are doing archery maybe. तो ये भी एक positive thing है. So you can take both way. So but nowadays I have seen a lot of parents are getting interested, even kids are getting interested because of some government support, because of private support, a lot of foundation coming in supporting athlete. And archery being a bit expensive sports during our time, it's very difficult to get equipment and all. But slowly the support system is coming in, and we have changed the twitch a bit. Now we can't think archery is a very expensive game. To start with, you can, we have introduced very beginner's bow to start with. जब तक बच्चे के पास में bow, like in every person want to shoot, either do shooting or archery, because we have seen from Ramayana, Mahabharata, everywhere. But once we give a bow to our kids, they mostly fall in love with the sports. So the most important thing to bring a sports like archery or any other sports, we have to go inside to the rural part, maybe to the urban part, maybe in the malls. If we can put up some small bow, arrow, and let people try archery, then we have mass. The most important thing, we have a lot of talent, but those talent are getting wasted because they are not getting opportunities. So we have to create that opportunity, maybe small district level, maybe in small clubs. Any, like we are talking about cricket, we are talking about football, but cricket, football, they have done a lot of things to came to this way. And I think nowadays the government is also spending a lot of money, a lot of private players coming in. Even archery league, as Didi told, archery leagues have started, and I think world top 10 player was in India, and they loved it. And everyone was telling we want to join the sports because the support they have received, the format we have seen. So to make any sports visible or entertaining, I think the most important thing is to work in grassroots level, especially like in tribal, maybe a lot of state, and it's a part of state, so a lot like Odisha, even Telangana is also doing really well introducing sports. So I think grassroots level development is very important. We have a lot of talented athletes, and sometimes they're not getting go or not getting proper training, so we are missing, like every time archery is an Olympic prospect and somehow we are missing. So we are really working hard to get that first Olympic medal for archery, and for that we need more athletes to be introduced to archery.
And this is exactly why, ladies and gentlemen, the Tata Steel Trailblazers Conclave 4.0 is very important, because in a conclave of this stature, you don't really see these issues getting addressed, or you know, these things getting taken up. Doladi, last few minutes of the session, Asian Games prediction. Archery.
एशियन गेम्स लास्ट 2022 एशियन गेम्स के बाद फिर अभी इस साल एशियन गेम्स, तो आर्चरी में काफ़ी ज़्यादा मेडल का उम्मीद है, क्योंकि लास्ट ईयर भी हम लोग काफ़ी अच्छा किए थे. रिकर्व एंड कॉम्पाउंड 2 कैटेगरी है हमारा, जहाँ पर लास्ट ईयर हम लोग 9 मेडल्स लिए थे. तो आई थिंक इससे इस बार इंक्रीज़ होगा. काफ़ी न्यू फेसेस हमें देखने मिलेगा, क्योंकि लास्ट जो 4 इयर्स बिफोर जो था उसमें काफ़ी चेंजेस आया है टीम में, काफ़ी न्यू कमर्स आया है, जो देख के हमें अच्छा लगता है, क्योंकि काफ़ी न्यू जनरेशन से हमें प्लेयर मिला. जितना ज़्यादा प्लेयर हमें मिलेगा, उससे हमें उतना ज़्यादा टैलेंटेड प्लेयर मिल सकेगा. तो वो सबसे मेन पॉइंट है. बट एशियन गेम्स, क्योंकि हम लोग का कॉमनवेल्थ में आर्चरी 2010 के बाद फिर दोबारा और आया नहीं, बट एशियन गेम्स में काफ़ी अच्छा होप है जो हम लोग लास्ट ईयर से बेटर करेंगे, और उसके बाद नेक्स्ट हमारा फिर से LA ओलंपिक के लिए.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely a stellar panel, stellar session, sports and entertainment. Yes, please go ahead.
Dola ma'am said that new generation is tap away and the one call away वाली सोच रखती है. So I think that is the one reason we are in the market. घर जो है वो बाज़ार में आया है और कह रहा है कि सुनो, हमें अपने साथ ले लो. So हम जो घर घर तक पहुंचने वाले लोग हैं, वो इंडियन प्रो बैडमिंटन लीग के माध्यम से उन लोगों को, उस नई जनरेशन को, उस छोटे लोगों को, वो इंस्टाग्राम, फेसबुक एंड दी ट्विटर एंड XYZ जो भी हमारे पास अभी फ़िलहाल इंटरटेनमेंट का माध्यम है, उन्हें फोर्स करेंगे, उन्हें पुश करेंगे, उन्हें लालच देंगे कि बेटा ये वन टैच से बाहर आओ और ग्राउंड में आओ, यहाँ खेलो, हम तुम्हें वो सारा एंटरटेनमेंट यहाँ प्रोवाइड करेंगे, भले वो हमारे चेहरे के माध्यम से, हमारी बातों के माध्यम से हो या आपके खेल के माध्यम से हो. सो मोरल ऑफ द स्टोरी इज लेट्स कम टुगेदर एंड सपोर्ट ईच अदर. People should support other people. So we will be the bigger, better, and will create the better world around us through this support, through the sports. It is good for the health, and health is wealth. So
Absolutely.
growing up and creating wealth, we need to invest in health. So this is what
And
I
a
think.
fiery motivational few minutes to end the
एक चीज
session.
ऐड करूंगी आपका बात से, जो सिर्फ बच्चों को लालच नहीं देना है, पेरेंट्स को भी लालच देना है.
मैम,
पेरेंट्स को लालच नहीं देंगे तो वो सिर्फ उसी गेम में ही जाएगा, दूसरा गेम में नहीं आने वाला है. उनको लालच देना ज़्यादा जरूरी है.
मैम, मैं बहुत लकी हूँ कि मैं इसके माध्यम से इस स्पोर्ट्स में आई हूँ. करना तो बहुत कुछ चाहते थे, पर हमारे समय में चीज़ें अवेलेबल नहीं थी, हमारे पेरेंट्स को इतनी समझ नहीं थी, और वो चाहते थे कि लड़कियां जो हैं चूल्हे चौके तक ही रहें. बेटा 12वीं तक पढ़ लो, उसके बाद में तो रोटी ही बनानी है, रोटी गोल बनानी आनी चाहिए. मैं ऐसे फैमिली से बिलोंग करती हूँ और इस तरह की मानसिकता वाले परिवार से आती हूँ. बट यस, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अगर मैं ऐसे परिवार से आकर गोल रोटी भी बना लेती हूँ और गोल फुटबॉल को लात भी मार लेती हूँ, कैच भी कर लेती हूँ, तो बहुत से बच्चे और बहुत से पेरेंट्स आएंगे, और स्पेशली क्योंकि ये घर घर का गेम है, हर माँ बाप ने खेला है, हर बच्चा खेला है. तो अगर बच्चे के माध्यम से, आज के समय में टीवी चैनल पे ज़्यादातर जो बच्चे वाले कार्टून चैनल है ना, वो माँ बाप को बच्चे से ज़्यादा पता है बच्चों के माध्यम से. सो अगर हम बच्चों को खींच सकें तो माँ बाप अपने आप खींचे चले आएंगे, क्योंकि ये जो शरीर है, इस दिल के बिना और जान के बिना कुछ नहीं है. तो हर माँ बाप की जान जो है, वो पुरानी कहावत है कि राजा की जान है ना तोते में रहती है.
And just let me end the session by saying the narrative has turned on its head. You people must remember the advertisement Star Sports put out before the 2026 T20 World Cup. Hamari chhode chhodiyon se kam hai ke. That was a narrative that was turned on its head because of the 2025 World Cup winning team. Indian team, not just Indian women's team. Entertainment is important, but responsible entertainment working towards the grassroots is very important for sports to thrive and survive. Thank you to my stellar panel.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being such kind audience. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That panel was supported by Lal Baba Rice, one of our serious partners from year one. Trisha, can I have the video? Lal Baba Rice also supports a series of sport entertainment community initiatives round the state. You can take a look at this video, please. Can we have the video? There you go. Please, can I request Manik Devnath from Lal Baba Rice to come and felicitate our panelists. Put your hands together for Ashok Nambudri, Gitanjali Mishra, Astha Chaudhary, Dola Banerjee, Rahul Banerjee, and Ognijit Sen.
We must thank our supporters and the people who are sponsors, क्योंकि आपकी वजह से हम सब यहाँ खड़े हैं और आपकी वजह से ये हो रहा है. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
Forward.
Yeah. And as we do our felicitation, the last two panels of the Trailblazers conclave, and they promise to be absolute blockbusters. The next one, 4 very special people. Very special people.